Hello guys and welcome back again to the Tech YouTube channel. Today I'll be checking out the Bensound smartwatch, or as they call it, fitness and sleep tracker, although to be honest I did not perceive it as necessarily just that. Before I continue, I would just like to give a shout out to Kia Tech and his YouTube channel. Feel free to go ahead and check him out. He has some good quality content based around your everyday technology. So the brand Bensound is actually an Intel company, as they proudly state that on their website, and the Peak smartwatch is, at least for now, their only product. As you can see, the product box is done in a pretty fancy manner, showcasing the watch itself on the top through this transparent case. Reminds me somewhat of a GoPro packaging. With that, right away you will get a better sense of what you're actually buying. Going around the box, you will get even more information about the watch itself in regards of its capabilities, like the fact that it's water resistant up to 50 meters, together with all the other features and tricks, which I'll check out a little bit later. Slowly opening up the box, underneath the watch we have this small separate box which carries its user manuals and accessories. Here we have the charging dock and its USB cable. Here's the additional white sports band. And here we have the watch itself. I actually wore and used this smartwatch for about 2 months before I made this video. I wanted to get a hold of its features and what it's like to use it on a daily basis. As you can probably notice, Bensound isn't your standard Android Wear smartwatch. It's more something along the line of Pebble when we talk about operating system. But before I touch that topic, let's have a closer look at the Peak from the outside. The overall look and the squarish design of the watch isn't anything special or something out of the ordinary in a way that you would have a special place just for it, but it definitely screams build quality. The housing is completely made out of aluminum, while the glass is actually Gorilla Glass 3. I'm personally okay with it design-wise, it goes decently with any type of clothing. Turning the watch onto the other side, you will see an array of sensors, like the skin temperature sensor, and beside that some magnets and charging points for the dock. The leather strap which comes with the watch is a standard 23mm one, so you can easily replace it with anything else of that size. Overall, the watch is really comfortable to wear and non-intrusive, and that's coming from a guy that doesn't wear them too much, solely based on that. Of course, on such device, everything is revolving around the screen. Here we have a 1.26-inch monochrome touchscreen with a resolution of 144 x 168 pixels. It's not much, but as you'll see, it will get the job done. Its main advantage actually lays in the fact that it uses e-ink screen technology, which offers great visibility, especially under direct sunlight, and beside that it uses much less energy, which makes the watch run longer on a single charge. Speaking of the battery, ours lasted for around 3 to 4 full days, while they recommend to charge it from 10 to 15 minutes every day just to top it off, which is kinda actually cool as you'll never run out of battery, while on the other hand it's not that big of a problem to do that on a daily basis with their easy to use dock. Since we touched the topic of the ease of use, the watch's operating system isn't that complex or full with features like on Android Wear, but despite of that, it does its job with just the right amount of everything. Its main feature, of course, is tracking of the heart rate and steps, burned calories and other usual fitness related stuff. It automatically picks up each activity and determines if it's a walk, run or cycling. When you are in the process of doing that, the screen background goes white and you'll get a little bit of a different layout, while you can also start a stopwatch and count laps. The main screen, the one with the time, actually stays unchanged with the addition of number of steps in the right bottom corner. Once the device picks up that you are done with your walk, you'll get an information about your last activity, like steps and time length of the particular activity, and swiping up you'll get a total number for that day. All of that data is being synced to the Bensound app, with which device has a constant connection, but it doesn't have to necessarily in order for it to work properly in regards of the fitness feature. On the app itself you're able to access a lot of different informations like your daily activity. You can also set up your goals, check out your habits, update the device's firmware, check out its battery life and so on. Design wise, the application looks really nice. I just wish they've done a better job of combining informations into one place, cause like this it's a bit overwhelming at first. Unfortunately, despite of having a lot of different sensors, Peak doesn't have GPS, nor it can utilize the smartphone's GPS, and it lacks of path distance tracking, which is a huge drawback, especially for those who intend to use this smartwatch as a fitness companion. Thankfully, they've just made a bit of a progress in that field, as Basis reported an official collaboration and support with Runtastic app, so there is a way to track your distance and path once those two devices and apps combine their data. I would love to see that done with Endomondo or Strava. Other than that, Peak has two more standalone apps, so to speak. One is the alarm, which always comes in handy, and the other is a stopwatch. Swiping right from the main screen, you'll see a few other options, one being able to turn on or off the vibration notifications for the watch, which is actually the only means of getting through you, since it doesn't have any sound notifications. One feature that I was personally most interested about was the Peak's ability to receive any push notification through Basis Peak application from your smartphone device, such as WhatsApp messages, calendar appointments, emails, and even calls which you can reject on the spot if you want to. This is great if you don't want to be reaching out for your smartphone in case somebody sends you a non-important message or email. This way you can just glance at the watch and decide if you want to reply it now or later, depending on the urgency. You can set everything up really easy. You can push notifications from any application that you have installed. Just bear in mind that the Basis Peak app has to be live on the smartphone the whole time so it can push notifications. Just manually give it priority of staying active. Bottom line, at least for me, this is one of the main reasons why I would get a smartwatch, just because of those push notifications, as I don't want to be reaching for my smartphone every few minutes. The fitness option is just an added bonus for me, and in general this device suits me great. The only thing I wish for it is a bit better design and integrated GPS, or at least better integration with smartphone applications which utilize GPS. Just a small heads up, try not to be too obvious when looking at the watch when talking to someone or in the company of other people in general, because they will either think that you're a complete douche or you just want to leave since you're looking at the watch all the time. I've actually experienced that type of misunderstanding, so to speak, a couple of times, because actually not everybody knows what a smartwatch is, especially if it looks subtle like this one. Last but not the least, you're probably wondering, does it have a screen backlight? And yes, it does, in a very cool fashion actually. You just need to swipe your finger up or down on the right edge of the screen and that will activate your backlight, up for on, down for off. Thank you guys once again for checking out our unboxing and review of the Basis Peak smartwatch. Feel free to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course, if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to our TechTick YouTube channel, or you can just check out our other videos from before.